Alright, hello and welcome. This is going to be part 5 of Tales of Hearts R. The innkeeper's wife says, "Thank heavens it's you. Come quickly." Inez said you'd be along, and she's waiting inside. Hisui says she couldn't come herself? Is she hurt? Did a shark chomp off her leg or something? No, her body's fine. Her spirit seems wounded though. I'm happy you all made it here, safe and sound. Monsters the likes of which no one has ever seen before have started cropping up, and we've already seen merchants getting attacked. Sounds like we're not the only one with a Zerum problem, says Core. Anyway, we can talk more once you're inside. Hurry now, Inez is waiting. Inez says, "Well, if it isn't my mules, I'm glad you guys are safe." You too, Inez. I see you saved Lapis. It was a close thing. We both got thrown into the ocean when Lignator blew. Luckily, Aqua was anchored nearby. She picked us up, as well as some injured Spec Ops soldiers. But Silver we didn't find him, or his body, I guess. Hisui says, "This sucks. We have enemies up the wazoo. The monster that trashed Lignatore and Kurose, and now that guy Creed. Who are they and what the heck do they want?" Lithia says, "I can tell you about Creed." "2,000 years ago, a race of people lived on what you call the White Moon. Creed is the last surviving member of that race." "And you, right? Aren't you one of them too?" "Yes, I'm Lithia and I'm a Minarin. What you call the Forest of Thorns is, in truth, a flying fortress called Mysticete, and I serve as its command corps. As such, I aided in the utter destruction of my own world, and now the same fate is threatening your world, Organica. So let me break this down with small words. You're Sleeping Beauty from the Ivory Moon. If anyone else told me this, I'd have a good laugh, but I've seen you in action." Sleeping Beauty turned out to be a sleeping beast. "Don't be rude, Beryl. She's a person." "No, it's fine. Your friend is closer to the mark than she knows." "I know you just woke up, but could you tell us from the beginning? Today's been hectic." Eons ago, the Minaran race flourished, boasting a culture highly skilled in the use of will arts. But such prosperity led to greed and decadence, and our weak spheres eventually turned on one another. During the course of the unending will wars, a weapon was born. Ah, the Zerums! Yes, the Zerums were engineered to be living weapons that fed off Spiria in order to power their monstrous evolutions. Though primitive, you Organicans boasted powerful Spiria, which attracted the attention of us Minarans. So you guys decided to turn people from our world into Zerum Chow? Yes, we invaded and enslaved your ancestors to power our Zerum's evolution. What the hell? We were an all-you-can-eat buffet for some moon people's creepy pets? No words can express my regret. However, know that some among us were gentle souls who detested these actions. My eldest sister Flora was one such person, and she dedicated her life to ensuring peace between the realms. She created the Somas and the Fortress of Mysticete so that we may be able to bridge our Spirias. Creed, too, once desired peace, although the thing he created in that service was an abomination." "The thing? Are you still talking about the Forest of Thorns?" "No, Mysticete was designed to contain Zerums, not to control them. I refer to a being with the power over all Zerums, a being sealed away by the combined power of Mysticete and my sister, the queen of all Zerums, the savior system, capable of absorbing Spirias from far away. You know her as Gardenia, the Black Moon. So the Black Moon is actually some queen who rules over the Zerums? That sounds crazy. I assure you it's the truth. If you need proof, you only need to look to the sky." "Proof that it's a Zerum? I don't get it." "The White Moon was not always white. Once it was a vibrant blue planet. and our homeworld of Manera. But 2,000 years ago, Creed and I activated Gardenia, and in the process caused our own planet to calcify. We thought we were doing the right thing. We only wanted to remove the seeds of war from our people's Spiria, but we made a terrible mistake, and our world was doomed the instant we set it into motion. Gardenia consumed the Spirias of 6 billion people. What happened, Lithia? What's wrong? Where's Flora? Says Creed. Answer me. Gardenia has sucked every last bit of Spiria from Manera. The entire planet has calcified. Flora and Lithia have invoked the radial dream will art, which has sealed Gardenia in a state of hibernation. We surmise Flora is in Gardenia's core, powering the seal as a singularity from a state of spatial suspension. Lithia has disabled all non-sealing functions of mysticite, and we are now descending to the Organican seabed. My inquiry was not directed at the mechanoids. Creed says, "This is unacceptable. How could you sacrifice your own sister? Lift the seal and let's go get Flora right now." Oh my. What a violent piece of shit. Lithia says, "I will not." Did you hear me? Release the seal. We must save Flora. We can return the Spirias that were consumed, and we can heal our planet. Engage Mysticite's ignition. Turn the ship towards Gardenia. What you ask is impossible. Gardenia is too powerful to be controlled even by us. And even if we could, it's wrong to ever attempt to manipulate people's Spirias with such a ghastly thing. Did you not hear my sister's final words? They don't have to be her final words. I'm gonna save her no matter what. And if you refuse to aid me, I will use my arts to persuade you otherwise. What insolence is this, mechanoid? A lowly jack model dares to defy Creed? Stand down. I am Master Lithia's mechanite. Her protection is my directive, regardless of the circumstance. A soma? Impossible. The artificial spiria of a mechanoid is incapable of wielding a soma. Thanks, Kunzite. Now, hold off in Kurose while I seal Creed away. You wouldn't dare. You won't sacrifice your own Spiria to imprison me. There's no choice, Creed. Both our Spirias will be severed from our mortal coils. It's penance for what we've done. We must ensure that Gardenia is never allowed to threaten Organica. I care not for Organica, Manera. Flora's life is worth 1,000 times of all those pathetic souls combined. Damn this lowly planet. And Kurose says, Master Creed. Kunzite says, the Spirias of our masters are gone. And now you know the sad tale that unfolded all those centuries ago. Having expelled each other's Spirias from our physical bodies, Creed and I existed within Organican hosts for millennia. Changing hosts over countless generations, we waged a secret and endless battle for control of Gardenia. So the Black Moon is a Spiria-sucking monster, and the White Moon is a planet that was destroyed. My head hurts. Gardenia doesn't suck Spiria, it consumes it, leaving a calcified shell behind. So what's Creed's plan now that he got his science project up and running again? Creed believes that the Spirias of all Manerans are alive within Gardenia. He also believes that Flora is alive despite her sacrificing herself so that we could escape. He intends to reactivate Gardenia and resurrect my sister along with our entire planet. I'll give you this, you've got guts. I can't imagine fighting someone for that long. Why did you guys drag us into it? Think of how many people you hurt and all the lives that you destroyed, says Core. I know all too well, but Creed's power far surpasses my own, and I had no choice if I hoped to contain him. And now that Kunzite is lost, You somatics are my last hope. You must help me. We have to stop Creed at all costs. Why me? Tell me that much. Why was Creed inside of me? Gramps never said a word about it. Unfortunately, I don't know. The last time I encountered Creed, he was in another body. Inez says, I hate to bring it up, but is there a chance Core goes crazy again? No, now that Creed has returned to his physical body, he has no power over Core. And Kohaku? Are you going to be yanking her around like a marionette? I never have done so. I'm not Creed. I don't manipulate my hosts in the way that he does. Really, because it sure looked like you did when you were fighting him. Sorry about that. And what about the part where you smashed her Spiria core to bits? Some peace lover you are. Minaran matters should be dealt with by Minarans. We're Organicans, and our first priority is finding Kohaku, not fighting your war. Hisui says the kid's right. What a miracle. But yeah, if you moon men are so damn smart, do it yourself. Oh yeah, that's it. Stuff like this is way out of my league. Not my bag either, I'm afraid. I'm gonna help the others search for the little lady. Inez says, I'll go with you, Lithia. Come on, Inez. Are you for real? Creed and Stragov were exploiting Colonel Silver from behind the scenes, and they have to pay for that. Plus, I have Lapis to think about. Unless someone saves the world, she won't get a chance to wake up. You have my gratitude, Inez. I'm her mother for now, and there's nothing stronger than a mama bear. You can count on me. Sorry, Inez, but the world has to wait. We have to get Kohaku. It's alright, Core. I get it. Fighting Creed isn't the kind of thing that most people would sign up for. I hope you find her, especially now that her Spiria is back. You still have a bead on your special lady friend? She's way south. Sounds like we'll need to hitch a ride with Captain Aqua. I guess this is goodbye, Inez. Take care of yourself. You too, Core. Don't end up dead. Who do I have in my party right now? Just the 4? Looks like we are back to the port. Ahoy there, if it isn't my favorite group of first mates. Did you find Inez? Yeah, but it's a long story. She's not coming with? She may act tough, but she was really stressed, you know. She'll be okay. Right now we have to find Kohaku. Lift anchor and set a course south, would you? Not sure I like this new you. It was better when you looked at me while you talked and not the ground. Something you guys need to tell me? It's not your business, alright? If that's how it is, so be it. Alright, everybody, you heard him. Anchor up, and we're headed south till morning. Okay. Core says, ugh, my guts. I'll take torture over this. Aqua says, your Speary is murkier than a backwater bay. That's why your legs have given out on you. Well, thanks for getting us here so fast, Captain. Stow your thanks for me, and tell you can look me in the eye again. Later. Are you sure Kohaku's here? Yep, northeast. Alrighty. Battle music has gotten a lot more tense. We have arrived at Lave, the Village of Mist. The fog's thicker than this kid's head. I could use a spoon on this stuff. Are you a villager? Sweet timing. Have you seen a strange girl around here? Looks kinda like me. Rude. Don't they have any manners? Excuse me. The guy says you're not welcome here. What's the deal with this place? With Zerum sprouting like weeds, we can't rule out that everybody has despair. How do we find Kohaku with nobody being helpful? Who knows? I say we just sleep on it. Yeah, this is Lave. Got a problem with that? Transferring, huh? Increases TC by 1. That lady said our fog never really clears up. Yeah, the dog gave me a Nam coin. The foxes in the glade are the ones that make the fog. Apparently they grow something here called mist tea. The naughty boy says, "Ah, don't talk to me." It's kind of a hilarious thing to name a random NPC. You've been a naughty boy. A naughty child. We should see if we can get some new equipment. It's been a minute. Yeah, I'd rather have him have higher magic, I guess. Hiya, Pops. We'll take whatever's cooking. Hell, man, the fog is so thick around here it's clogging his ears. Are they not responding because they have despair? Beats me. Lave has always been what you might call a silent type. No prying, peeping, or prodding, and mind your business. Place was founded by a bunch of roamers and vagabonds, and that's been the law of the land ever since. Pretty weird law if you ask me. Help, there's been a catastrophe. A cockroach, slug, and centipede have banded together for a joint offensive on the storeroom. What manner of verminous establishment are you running here, bartender? Such work does not befit me. Bugs spook you even with all that armor? I swear, you can't find good help these days. Meteor, is that you? Praise the whale, you live. I take it you don't like bugs. Absurd, I could care less. They just surprised me. That's one heck of a flinch. Where's my sister? She was spirited away by a diabolical fiend, the likes of which I've never encountered. What? We have to save her. Good day, Chalcedony. Hard at work, are you? That's him. He's the one who apprehended your sister. He is? What in tarnation are you going on about? That's the village doctor, and he saved your friend's life. He did? Perhaps we could sit down and discuss this over a cup of tea. Pretty big difference between a prisoner and a patient, Chalcedony. Oh, Kohaku is no longer hindered by injury? And yet the man refuses to let him leave the clinic. Her, rather. He claims his fee can wait, but her room and board must be paid for. That's why I'm doing all these degrading labor acts. It's exploitation. Is she alright? She's in tip-top shape physically. Are you Core? Yeah. Her sleep has been troubled. I've heard her murmur your name often. You're quite the lucky fellow. Kohaku's at the clinic. Let's go visit her. Insectophobe. Good to see we're getting some of our party members back, though. Is this the clinic? Okay. Kohaku, you're all right. Hisui? Core? Hey, Kohaku, it's been a minute, right? I'm so glad you're alive. Hey, I'm alive too, you know. Come on, you knew I was fine. You must have felt the somatic bond. I did, but your spirit felt off, and it made me worry. I felt a lot of doubt. Where's Lithia? She's fine. We all washed up on a shore near Hansalar. Wait till you hear the story. So that's pretty much what happened. The Black Moon is a monster. This is an uncommon fairy tale. That's because it's the truth. Lithia wouldn't lie about this. She's a really good person. Did she ever tell you any of this, sis? bits and pieces, but not the whole thing. She always said that Gardania was a matter she had to face alone. Yeah, this is their problem, and it's not like we can do much anyway. Inez will get the Empire to act, and they've got an army. We're just a couple people. Are you sure, Hisui? If the whole world were to calcify, that's gonna be our problem. Lithia needs me, and that means I'm going. Can I count on you, Core? Oh my. No, I'm finished with the Manarans and their stupid war. Look what they did to my Gramps. I think I'm done. Are you sure? That's enough about that. I've been dying to see you now that your core is intact. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you about. Are you trying to brush this off? The world Spiria could vanish tomorrow, and you want to have a chat? How can you turn away from people suffering from despair, or the Zerums? I'm sorry, you're right. I should go take on an ancient race and their flying fortress, all by myself. Don't you get it, Kohaku? We're just a few lousy somatics. This is way out of our league. Whoa, lover's coral alert. Better get 2 cups of tea over here pronto. Oh, damn. Everyone clear out. We need the beds. Monsters have attacked the villagers. Don't worry about me. Save yourself. I'm doing good. How are you? The villager says, I'm fine, Doc. Take care of my friend first. He saved my life back there. I hear they were attacked by ferocious beasts, the likes of which no one has ever seen. Sounds like the Zerums. They'll live right now, but they need peace and quiet. Do you guys mind leaving? Okay. But I wanted that treasure chest. The barkeep says, I heard there's a monster attack. Are they gonna make it? They got knocked around pretty bad, but they'll live. They asked me to relay this warning. Don't leave the village. It's swarming with monsters outside. I want patrols on the hour every hour, says the mayor. We won't let their sacrifice go to waste. And here I was thinking these guys were a bunch of cold-hearted snakes. Go figure. Every villager here is carrying a scar of one form or another on their Spiria. It's why they're wary of outsiders. But as far as each other goes, we're a little bit like family. Makes living a little bit easier when you have each other to rely on. Human Spiria is a very complicated thing. Sometimes you'll find it takes more than a soma to treat it. Like friendship, for example, countless Spirias have been saved by simple yet magnificent power. Looks like I have a long night ahead of me. I better get around to discharging you, Kohaku. Now then, the bill's gonna be about, 10 million gold. The figure was 10,000. Or have you forgotten? A man has to make a living, yes. If you don't have the money, then pay with your body. You swindling scoundrel, my back will be broken before I come up with that money. Actually, I have something else in mind. There's a patient I'd like you to treat with your soma. I've been trying to heal him for 17 years, but nothing's worked. Dang, that's a long time. Despair? I wish I could tell you more, but questions aren't much use in his case. The only thing he's ever said is Creed Graphite. It sure is bizarre. Creed? Who is this person? He lives in the northwest corner of the village, and his name is Zerk. Alright, we'll try to see what we can do. Free stuff. Oh, yeah. Northeast. Is it this little teepee? There's no houses over there. Is this him? He looks like he's sleeping. He's been this way for 17 years, although he does mumble occasionally. That's longer than I've been alive, says Core. Why that name? It's beyond me, says the doctor. If you want to know, you'll have to search Hesperia for yourself. Linking up with this guy might help us understand why Creed ended up inside me. It sounds filthy without proper context. Got some more Nam coins. Creed Graphite. Mr. Zerg, how do you know that name? Those somas. I've seen them before. Whoa, something's flowing into my Speria. Zirconia says, I await your report concerning the rebellion in Marquise, Colonel Grossular. The Valentine followers responsible for the uprising have been pushed back to the Sacrarium Strait. Victory is nigh. Blind faith in the goddess Lithia feeds their fighting spirit, but it is no matter. These somatics will be broken. We've received word of a particularly obstinate squadron led by a female cleric, but I will crush them myself, if need be. Do we have their backs to the strait as well? If so, I would enter the fray personally. If it brings about the advent of a world without war, I will gladly stain my hands in the blood of rebels. Your daring has no equal, Emperor Zirconia. His Majesty has chosen to personally sally forth to the front lines. Glory to the Maximus Empire. Maximus, say the soldiers in unison. The Empire is merely a tool to seize Lithia. Were in Karose and the others here, my troubles would be halved. Intriguing. Cor says, did you see that? I think it was Zerk's memory, and that red light was probably Creed. So the former Emperor still lives. This man is Zirconia Tourmaline, great uncle to Pyriba the Empress. What the heck would a former Emperor be doing here? It sounds like he knew about Lithia and Inkarose, which means that Zerk is the man Creed possessed before he got me. Maybe the reason for Creed choosing me is waiting at the end of the maze. Let's go deeper, says Cor. Looks like we got another warp maze on our hands here. Kinda understandable. I mean, it was the Vita. I think I honestly don't know what the max the cartridges could hold. They could probably manufacture them differently for different needs of different developers, I would imagine. It still blows my mind, like, how expensive it is to get a hold of a Vita now. Like, I got one like a year or two after they came out because they were dirt cheap, because it seemed like nobody really wanted them, and I wanted to play Persona Golden and whatchamacallit, this game. So those are the only two games that I have for the Vita that are physical. Everything else I bought was like PS1 games, because they had like a lot of PS1 and various other things on there. And PSP games that were like super hard to get a hold of, because at least for me at the time, the PSP was stupid expensive to get a hold of. I think people liked that console more. It had a lot more games on it, I guess, but the Vita could play them, so. And my PSP broke. I forget, I think it slid off my nightstand, like, and the screen smashed while I was, like, sleeping in college, which sucked, but I remember I was in the middle of playing Wild Arms XF, which is a game I'll probably play on this channel at some point. But that game can be a little frustrating. There's a lot of puzzle maps, and it's it kind of gets old. That, and I don't believe any of the game is voice acted, and it's a very text-heavy game, so it would take me a hot minute to do that one. But someday I'll get there. We'll see what happens. I've kind of been all over the place. I was doing Forspoken recently, and I did a speed run of it, and I had the world record for 3 hours before somebody beat it, so somewhere in this world somebody was playing that game at the same time as I was. It's kind of crazy. But it's a fun game. It got a lot of like heat from reviewers, and I didn't really see why, honestly. I thought the plot wasn't anything special, but the gameplay for me was a blast. Like, being a witch that can like climb up mountains with this like magical parkour skill and some interesting platforming and like movement puzzles. It had a lot going on. I actually plan on making a review video for it. I wrote a script for it for my Patreon, but I haven't gotten around to editing the video or recording the audio yet. I've been slightly groggy, so it looks like we stepped on a trap teleporter and got sent back to the beginning. Joy. That's okay, though. Oh, okay. Sneaky. Oh, I don't think I've been this way yet. This game looks really, 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 really good on the Vita3k emulator. It's insane. Like, if you look up YouTube footage of me playing this game and other people playing it, like when it came out, it's like night and day. But it kind of sucks because YouTube doesn't allow me to upload videos like in the raw format that I download them in. Not download, but record them in. So they don't show up as good on YouTube. So it's a touch frustrating. But yeah, they don't support anything in the 120 FPS either, so I learned that the hard way when I was uploading footage of a game that I hacked to do 120 FPS. I mean, I didn't like actually do the hack, someone else did, but I applied the hack to the game. And I must say, it looked amazing. Like, it was a PS3 game called Drakengard 3, and it was just not so hot on the PS3. Like, it just had all kinds of frame rate issues and other things, and somebody made a hack that made it awesome. So, whoever did that, kudos. The cool thing about that Vita3k though is you can use No Pay Station. It's a website dedicated pretty much to game preservation and DLC preservation for various platforms. And the really cool thing was I was able to get all the DLC, maybe not all of it, but a good amount of it, on this game. I guess in Japan they actually had a companion game that came with this. I think it's just Tales of Arts R Initiate or something like that. It looked really fun, but it's not translated to English. And it's not like a full-length game either, so I was like, eh. Didn't really pique my interest too much. Especially since, you know, I don't read Japanese. Would be cool if I did, but yeah, I don't. Oh boy. This place is just all kinds of teleporty. I could have swore I went this way once, but I guess not. Well, that's usually a good sign that a boss is coming up soon. Some of the challenges are a little silly in the battle structure in this game. They'll be like, get 39 hits on like a normal enemy, and I'm like, they aren't gonna take 39 hits and live, so... Core says, found ya. I'm here about Creed. How did he get inside me? Zerk says, ugh, you let us pin your forces here to lure me to the front lines? A shallow ploy, typical of Organicans. I'm not following. It must be his memory from way before he became this way. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Yikes, Aziram! Core says, you're not going to come between me and my answers. Shazam. Those somas. Ah, I know those somas. So much for the power of somas. Anyways, I guess we're in his memories. Looks like my stormy forecast for the Sacrarium Strait was spot on. Sidan says, good. This weather should keep the Imperial fleet bogged down, which means we can strike Zirconia and Creed. Thank you for taking us this far, Iola. We'll take care of the rest while you wait at the church. Very well. Good luck, everybody. The High Priest says, with Iola and Lithia out of the fight, I don't think our power will be sufficient to stop Creed. Come on, Labrador. I know you don't have much bite, but at least show some bark. They'll never see us coming in this storm. This is it, guys. The big fight. There's no trying here, only doing. I don't care what kind of monster this Creed is. If we catch him off guard, our only worry is when to stop punching. I think that's Kor's mom. Iola said, "Would you listen to yourself, Cardia? I dare say you've forgotten who we are going up against. Creed's host is none other than Emperor Zirconia, who is our dear Tech's father. Try to exercise a little consideration." "Thanks, but I'm fine. So long as Creed is banished from my father, nothing else really matters." Cardia says, "See, you're wasting your time worrying about him. Tech Tears got balls tougher than boulders." "Such crude language, Cardia. If only I could have a word with your parents." That would be me, and I have no idea how she went so wrong." Oh boy. Cardia says, "Ow." Tech says, "What's the matter? Is it the baby?" Don't worry about it. My stomach just doesn't like all this damn rocking is all." "Are you sure you're fine, Cardia?" "Peachy, now put a sock in it. Your mommy sure does like to worry, little fella." "I just want to make sure you don't require my assistance." Oh, is Lithia talking right now?" "Standing aside while you risk your life and limb doesn't sit very well with me. Perhaps I'll come with after all." "That won't be happening. We talked about this 100 times. We're fighting to protect you, remember? I know waiting is a struggle unto itself, but you must endure. We'll be back before you know it, and any promise Sidan Meteor makes to a well-endowed beauty like Iola, he'll keep. No matter the distance that separates us, our Spiria will be connected." "That's right, we have the Somas on our side. As long as they're joining our Spiria, there's no way we're gonna lose. These kids need a world where they can laugh, cry, love, and all that crap, so let's make sure we protect it." "Bah-ha-ha, you pathetic Organicans, no world of yours is worth protecting." Oh my. "Emperor Zirconia, or should I say, Creed. You let us pin your forces here to lure me to the front lines. A shallow ploy, typical of Organicans. But this plan will be your downfall, for now I know where Lithia is. This is the end, Creed. I swear on my Soma." "Soma? Let's see what those toys can do then." "Such force! Suck it up, Labrador. If you turn tail, we're all gonna die." So much for the power of your Somas. I'm sorry, my friends. Had my nerve been made of, more fine stuff, we wouldn't be in this predicament. Cardia says, "We get it. You have a lady waiting at home and a kid on the way." Iola screams. This must be the infamous female cleric playing host to Lithia. "Let her go, bastard, or I'm gonna make your mug even uglier than it already is." "You've sunk to some new lows, Lithia, making this vulgar beast your servant. Where's your Manaran pride? You know not of what you speak. True, Cardia is quick to anger and somewhat lacking in grace, but she's an invaluable friend with a Spiria strong and true. It's about time you showed yourself, Lithia. Were you not needed to access Mysticete, I'd squeeze the life from you right now. But instead, I'll shatter your host's core and you along with it. That should make you harmless enough. Cardia, Lithia, look after my baby. Creed, don't do it." Yikes. Zirconia says, "Do you see what you've wrought, Lithia? Now you're at my mercy." "Iola Spiria, it's gone. Damn you, Creed. Die. Die now. Where is this power coming from? Well, it's no matter. It'll take a lot more than this to make my Spiria yield. His strength is equal to ours. He'll overwhelm us eventually." "You must persevere," says Lithia. "This art, it belongs to her. But how? Her consciousness was shattered along with the vessel's core." "And you were... Are you where I think you are, Lithia?" says Sidan. "Yes, for you see, the moment Iola's core began to shatter, she transferred me into the Spiria of her unborn child." "She did what?" "Don't think you can possess your way out of this, Creed. Somas, guard our Spirias. This is the end for you. Give up and be sealed away." "Fool! What kept you?" says Zirconia. Sincerest apologies, Master. My last bout with Kunzite required a recovery period of many seconds. What is that, 4,800,050,016? In Kurose. It is not often such base organisms bring me low, but this shell has outlived its usefulness. I require a new one. Scanning. Master, I've detected an extra will signature amongst the Organicans. Ah, this is delightful. There's an Organican with whose Spiria is not protected by a Soma. Oh, okay, so that's how he got into Core. Cardia, no! All who interfere will die, says Inkurose. Sidan says, Tect and I will save Cardia. Labrador, protect Lithia. What kind of bull is this, Creed? Wait, no. You can't. Oh, but I can. Without a Soma to shield it, your unborn child will make the perfect host. Stay away from my kid, you bastard. You haven't seen dangerous until you've run into an angry mother. Impressive, but without your friends, it'll take more than a seal to contain me. What is this? Where's this power coming from? Aw, did you help Mommy? Good to know I have a kid who listens. Unlike me. The seal is just a patchwork, though. It won't hold forever. Sorry, kid. Mommy tried her best. But hey, I know your Spiria won't lose to someone like him. Grow up strong, okay, kid? Strong and kind. The High Priest says, what could that pillar of light be? So that's how Creed got inside of me. And how Lithia got into me, says Kohaku. Yeah, the question is it just me, or were those people wearing the same somas as Core, Kohaku, and Chalcedony? The man with my soma was Gramps. As for the woman with Kohaku's, her name is Cardia Meteor, my mother. I don't really remember what she looked like, but I know it was her. And it looks like our mother, Iola, had Chalcedony's soma for some reason. Hard to believe she was locking horns with Creed before we were even born. I had the same thought of my father. It's a most vexing coincidence. What about this Tect? He's clearly a somatic, but why the cover-up? I wager he did not send us here unaware of the knowledge that we would gain. I suggest we put our queries to him. We know you're a somatic, Doctor. Why did you have us link with your patient? The truth is your birthright. All of you. I wanted the children of my dear friends to know it. Also, I was hoping you could save my father. He was a great man once, but Creed left him a shell of his former self. I'm sorry for making you relive those terrible memories, Father. So Creed did this dirty to your old man. This and much more, I'm afraid. He also orchestrated the atrocities that occurred during the War of Unification. Though enslaved by Creed's influence, my father's regret and fear was still enough to leave Hesperia ruined. Hisui says, funny, I thought somatics fixed those kinds of problems. Tect says, my soma was destroyed by Inkurose about 17 years ago. Sidan and I barely managed to fend her off, but we did save Cardia in the process. Well, mostly. Sealing Creed away drained away all of her emotions, and you've seen what became of my father. Core says my mother lost her emotions? No words can do justice to Sidan's grief. His daughter never to feel again, his grandson host to an enemy. Oh, Gramps. Racked by heartache and grief, Sidan attempted numerous times to end Creed, and thus you as well. But each time, Cardia protected you, holding you close and whispering, Hesperia won't lose. I thought you said Cora's mom lost her feelings. For the most part, but the love of a mother for her child was something Creed couldn't destroy. And so, Sidan decided to raise you in secret, not even telling Lithia. Your grandfather believed in your mother's intuition and strength, Core. Why does it matter? My strength is nothing compared to Creed. Damn it, why did things have to turn out this way? Why did they keep me in the dark? Why did they even keep me at all? I wish they would have just killed me. Don't ever say that again, says Kohaku. Core, wait. Easy, let him be. If anyone can simmer down our fearful leader's Spiria, it's the little lady. And if not, so be it. Who can blame the kid if he wants to sit it out, knowing about his past? Kohaku says, Core? Do you remember Gramps' last words? Do not hate or succumb to anger in the heat of battle. I screwed that up about as badly as a guy can, says Core. Now Creed's back to destroy the world, and it's my fault. The Zerims, the despair, Creed, all of it comes back to me. Everyone would be better off if I was gone. Kohaku says, that's not true. Because you're alive, I was able to meet you, and it's made me happy. Even the darkest place has a little bit of light, and you're the one that taught me that. You're the grandson of Sidan Meteor, and the son of Cardia. Never forget that. When asked your name, stand tall and call out that you are Core Meteor. Core says, Gramps. Kohaku says, Core, the darkest place has a little bit of light, again. Kohaku, do you think that it's okay that I lived, that I keep going like this? I think you better, mister. I know the strength of your Spiria. It won't lose to anyone. Core says, the somatic bond. Kohaku says, I can feel you, Core, and your will to live. Core says, you're right. There's always light right here, inside my Spiria. Hjorg. Gaul says, looks like they sorted it out. Hisui says, about time. I didn't care much for him being so emo. Beryl says, crisis averted. Chasaldoni says, it looks like you'll be requiring my assistance again, Meteor. Cora says, guys, I really want to take this guy down for good. It's a lot to ask, but... Gaul says, save it. I'm in. I think everybody is, right? Thanks, guys. Oh my. Creed says, attention Organicans. Corundum says, the Mysticite mind communication device has been successfully developed. Signal strength cranked to 11. Lowly Organicans, I am Creed, a Manaran hailing from the White Moon. All the Spiria on your planet shall soon be drained for the glory of my new world. Let me show you what is transpiring on this insignificant rock, so your primitive faculties may better grasp the situation. Kohaku says, I can hear this guy in my head, and see images. What the heck is going on? A traveling daughter says, stay back. Help me, Daddy. What are these things? No, I gotta get out of here. You gotta let me live. Mom's bedridden. She can't do anything for herself. If I die, who will take care of her? Inkurose says, cringe and cower, Organican, for such is the strongest form of will energy. On behalf of Manera, I thank you. The sun says, I want to live. No! Creed says, behold the bringers of your doom, the Zerims, eater of dreams, and I am their master. We kinda sorta placed about 1.5 million of these guys all across your planet, so resistance is futile. And though you hardly deserve it, my Spiria compels me to offer you a chance. Any who bring me the head of the emerald-haired Manaran, Lithia, will be spared. Wait, Lithia's mine, says Chlorseraph. Strigov says her Spiria core was promised to me. It'll make a lovely addition to my collection. Hey, but I want to smash her head. I love smashing stuff. Creed says there's still time until Gardania's activation. Make yourselves useful if that's what you desire. Organican, struggle with all your might and fill your world with wills of fear and chaos. Core says, hold on, Creed. I'm coming for you. Hisui says no time to yell, they're gunning for Lithia. She's in danger, and Creed just told the whole world to bring him her head. We gotta find Inez and Lithia. They should still be in Hansalar. We can take Aqua's ship. Everyone's spiria has grown. Their somas have increased as well. Text says, the fog has lifted in more ways than one, it seems. Go, young ones, you can do it. No trial is too taxing when true friends come together. Who do I normally keep in my party? Usually I have Inez. Let's see. Doesn't hurt to get some extra grade. Let's see here. We gotta get back to the port. Aqua says, well, if it isn't our merry band of heroes, I suppose you heard the world's been cancelled, right? We heard and we're gonna stop it. We need to find Inez and put a stop to that guy for good. Now those are a man's eyes right there. You could blow a hole in the hole just by staring at it. I can feel her spiria through my soma. She's waiting at the end of this light. Can you take us there, Captain? Seeing as how the whole planet is riding on your soldiers, I think I can spare the time. I'll take you to the end of the world if the winds are willing to blow us there. Just give me the word, boss. Get up, you weevil-eating dogs. Raise anchor in full speed to wherever the light leads. Yes, ma'am. Ugh, it's melty in here. It's been freakishly warm this winter. Last year around this time it was snowing. This year it's been like 50-60 degrees most days. It's bizarre. Like, is the world gonna end or something? Like, this is unprecedented. But it gets really hot in this room because of my PC's in here. And it's a tiny office. And I have the door closed because my husband's asleep, so... Anyways, the shipman says, ship dead in the water ahead, Captain. Marine Company vessel by the look of it. There's fighting on the deck. Pirates might have invaded. Pirates attacking a Marine Company vessel? Those dirty dogs. Kor says, Captain, can you get us over there? I suppose I can. Let's do it. There's a crew that needs to be saved. Aqua says you'd save that ship for us? Yeah, the Marine Company has been good to us. We can't let it go down without a fight. Aqua says, I owe you one. Kor says the somatic bond is pointing to the ship anyway. Inez must be on it. Well then, even if Kor wasn't such a good neighbor, looks like we're saving the ship one way or the other. Alright. Full speed ahead and prepare to board. The pirate says, Yar, I thought the talk about the green-haired lass was nothing but bilge, but here she is. Take her out, you swarthy dogs, and Creed will give us riches. Creed will only give you death. Is that so? Then perhaps I'll sell you on the black market. The world's about to end, idiot. Get your priorities in line. Watch this one, boys. She's not your usual weak floozy. Ship ahoy. It's headed right for us. Gar, they be boarding us. Step away from those two. How the hell did you find us? Fight now, talk later. Consider the odds before betting with your lives. A handful of pirates cannot hope to win against this many somatics. Especially when one of them is a Crystal Knight. Crystal Knight? Well, the girl's no use to dead men, boys. Let's, fall back. Whoa. So he fell in, I guess. Someone helping me, can't swim. Lithia? Lower a lifeboat, let's get after them. Hisui, speak to me. He's not breathing. Oh, she gave him CPR. Thank heavens. Well, looky there, I'm alive. I'm not going to be able to pay you back at this rate. Lithia says, I might not look like it, but I'm a really good swimmer. Walking mystery is what you are. 1 minute you're standing around while Creed's about to kill us all, and the next you save me from drowning. Twice, even. What's your deal? I'm not certain myself, but I just can't let you die. Before I knew it, I just dove in. I figured it was all the same to you. It most certainly is not. No two people are alike, and each life is special in its own right. And that was the thought process when you wasted your own planet? I was trying to save it, but I couldn't. I'm aware there can be no atoning for crimes of my magnitude, even if I were to give 100 lives to forfeit. Death would simply be a welcome and undeserved peace. Hisui says, pardon me for being so crass, but why did you stick around so long? Lithia says if I die, the seal on Gardenia will be lifted, and will end life on this world forever. Newsflash, the seal is lifted and the world's about 3 minutes from going belly up. It's not fully awake, so there's still a chance to stop it. If you want me to atone for my crimes, take me to the Black Moon. Only there can I give my Spiria and life to stop the threat of Gardenia. What do you mean? I spent the last 2 millennia ingraining a particular will art into my Spiria, and now I have little time left. Though the seal placed upon my physical body preserved its youth, my Spiria is all but withered away. That is why you must take me to Gardenia before it activates and before my Spiria fades. Hisui says, fine, I'll take you to the Black Moon. You will? Someone has to, right? If you're gonna if you're gonna see this thing to the end, we'll be around to help. Thanks, Hisui. Now that we hashed that out, we better find the rest of everybody else. The easiest way to do that is to just wait around here. Are you gonna fire your Soma? Perhaps there are less dangerous ways. Hisui says, don't worry your pretty green head. Inez really was on that ship. That somatic bond of yours is mighty convenient. Wah, hey, what's the big idea? I could ask you the same thing, firing on my ship with that Soma of yours. Try yelling next time. I didn't hit it, jeez. It's the principle of the thing. I'm really glad you missed, or I'd have had to kill you. Where were you two going, Inez? I was trying to get in touch with my pals from Spec Ops. Thought they might lend a hand against Creed. I think the pirates spotted Lithia back in Hansalar, which means there are likely more vultures looking to cash in on Creed's supposed reward. The world's about to end, for hell's sakes. Creed wouldn't get a drop if he tried to drain those idiot Spirias. Hisui told me of your intentions, says Lithia. Will you really aid me in my quest? Kor says, we should have done so in the first place. Kohaku says, Lithia, Lithia says, it's fine, Kohaku. You don't owe me anything. Not after I endangered you and your friends. You did what you had to do. I know you've been fighting this war for a very long time, and I want to help you end it. Thanks, Kohaku. Core, I heard the reason for Creed taking up residence within you. You have my sympathy. I'd rather have your trust, and I'd prefer it that we all trust each other. How does that sound? A welcome plan indeed. I'll be at your side until Creed is no more. I only hope to prove myself worthy of the faith that you place in me. Don't worry about it, says Core. I can feel your sincerity through Kohaku, and that's more than enough. Thank you, Core. Gal says, it's sweet, but that we're all friends again, but we need to figure out how to get to the flying fortress. There is a way, but... What do you mean, says Kohaku? That willstone? I don't get it. What are you guys talking about? Lithia says there's a special willstone which makes possible the casting of really powerful will arts, but we aren't allowed to reveal its location. Being that it's a willstone, I presume we are searching for a hidden mine? I'm just gonna tell them, says Kohaku. It's alright. It's in the marquee. The continent to the north of us, says Hisui. Are we really going there? Captain, set course. Aqua says, listen, you know I'll take you folks through the fires of hell if I have to, but Marquis is north, and I mean really north, so I need to make some preparations. You mind waiting here for a bit? I think everybody is back together. Am I still missing somebody? Oh yeah, Kunzite. Kohaku says it's hard to believe, but this is the first time we've met, isn't it? It is, Kohaku. Isn't it strange to see a human with emerald green hair? One who is willing to kill you? Of course I'm not scared. We've been together forever. You're as much a member of my family as my brother is. Kohaku says, Lithia, you know that you're in for a kicking if you finish that sentence, right? If you feel guilty about what happened, then just repay us with your help. We can't defeat Creed without you. Alrighty. It'll be a while longer before the ship is ready. Okay. What do I do in the meantime, then? Hisui says, what do you think that is? It's an official summons from the army. They want some crystal knight named Chalcedony to come forward. They say if he doesn't appear in Straga, they're gonna execute all the knights they have captive. I know the church and the army don't like each other, but this seems low. You think a big cheese would have the sense to put a stop to such things, considering what's going on now. Oh no, they're gonna give all those knights the business. And they've got Peridot and Pyrox. Not if we can help it. We can save everyone if we work together. That may be. However, time is short. If we don't find the willstone that Lithia needs, we'll never make it to Mysticite in time. Peridot and Pyrox allowed themselves to be captured to save you. We can't let them die. Yes, we can. Crystal Knights prepare for such sacrifice the moment they take Soma in hand. The knights may perish, but it will be with honor and dignity. To disrespect their resolve would be the true mistake. Are you okay with that? Saving a few bears no fruit if the world ends in the process. This is a reality that Lithia knows all too well. He's right. Lithia, you too. I can't believe it. Lay the matter to rest, Core. We must cease this deliberation and continue to Marquis at all speed. The ship should be ready. Let's go. Are you sure about this? Yep, that's what I thought. He's gonna go turn himself in. Kohaku says, Core, read this. It's a letter from Chalcedony. My most sincere apologies for leaving our work half finished and departing. I trust the rest to you. If I have one regret, it's not being able to deliver my final words to Empress Pareba. Should the chance befall you, tell her that I gave myself for my comrades in arms as a true knight must. I don't want to become a man who would use saving the world as an excuse to abandon his fellows. May happiness shine its warm light upon Empress Pareba and the world. Why, that little liar, he made a big speech about honor and flew off anyway. Now we have to go save him, right? I wouldn't be much of a man if we didn't try. Turn this tub around, we're headed for Straga. There's a lot happening right now in this game. Come on, guys, Straga is this way. Kohaku says the gates are shut. The city's probably under martial law, with the Zerims running amok. I was hoping we could sneak in amidst the chaos, but no dice. Hey, excuse me, could you open the gate? We have urgent business inside. Did someone fill your head with cheese? The army wants us dead. Well, I'll be, if it isn't the Empire's most wanted criminals standing in the open. Do you guys want to get caught? Peridot, I thought the army had you. They did, but Pyrox got me out. They told me to go find Commander Ackerman. We're actually looking for the two of them. Do you know where they are? Word is the commander turned himself in. He's probably in the church's Bastille with Pyrox and the rest of the knights. It's only a matter of time before they start cutting heads off. What do we do? There's gotta be a way for us to get in there. Wait a sec. Are you Lithia? Why are you here? So that's why Creed wants her. World's about to end and the army only cares about killing Crystal Knights. I swear, they get dumber by the day. Look, I know you're busy, but you have to help me bust my friends out of there. That's why we're here. Sweet, thanks so much. I'll make it up to you, I swear. I'll do whatever you want. Beryl says, careful now. Inez takes stuff like that pretty seriously. And my company is always hiring. Welcome to the family. Scam her into a lifetime of slavery later, will ya? This ain't the time. How are we going to get into the city? Guess we could sneak in through the sewers. The sewer exit's been locked. There is another way. We'd have to take a boat downstream from Shoalhaven. Nice thinking, Peridot. Let's go get to Shoalhaven. Hey, so you guys, can you do the thing? I'm guessing by your faces that you can't. I'm a better teacher than I look. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't know what that is, but I'm not in the mood for a tutorial right now. Shoalhaven. Do I go back to the port, or do I walk there? Well, let's try the port first. Hey, Slicey. How you doing? Oh, I didn't see your message because I reconfigured OBS since I wasn't on my PS5, so my window capture was on top, so I didn't see your message. Oof. Yep, looks like I gotta walk to that place. That map likes to glitch out sometimes on the emulator. But I'm gonna look up where Shoalhaven is, because I forgot. Wow, that is the blurriest picture I've ever seen in my life. That's not gonna help me. Let's see. Shoalhaven is number 16 on the map. And 15 is Straga. So it's either northeast or northwest of there. So it's not too far. If we follow the river from Shoalhaven, it takes us under the city. Looks like we need a boat, so we better ask around. Cassidy says, Cor, is that you? I'm glad you two are alright. Did you run into any monsters? No, we're fine. But I'm worried about the Empress. Inez says, yeah. There are horrible rumors saying that Chastodony tried to kill her. The commander would never do that. It's a lie from the army. We heard Straga's been on lockdown. It's actually true, and we need a way into Straga so we can save Chastodony. We've got to find a boat and sail downstream into the city. Can you guys help us out with that? We can lend you a boat, but are you sure about that? We don't have much of a choice. We'll get Chastidonia and your boat back in one piece. We're also going to make the commander confess his love to the Empress. Not half bad, Peridot. You know that? Peridot says, hey, don't think you know me just because we're working together. Beryl says it was a compliment. Jeez. Alrighty. That... Can anyone else hear that? Says Colin. It sounds like a waterfall. Yeah, there's a giant waterfall right ahead. I don't remember hearing anything about that. It's because I didn't tell you. We don't have an alternative, so why make a fuss? You better hope I live through this. Don't live through this. Ah! We're back in the sewers. Who knew it would lead us here? Hisui, were you just swimming? Get thrown to your watery doom enough times and you pick up a few things. You can thank me later, says Peridot. Oh, I will, says Hisui. We're in luck, guys. We should be near the church where the nights are being held. This way. Not that way. Ugh, I remember getting lost in here before, so... We'll see what happens. Looks like that water puzzle reset. Hisui says, I'm glad I'm out of there. Any longer and I would have turned into a sewer rat. Chalcedonian and Pyrox should be in the Bastille, the same room they were keeping Core. Let's hop to it. I know you're eager to rescue your boss, but aren't you maybe a little bit too amped up? Hey, his life's on the line, so sorry if I'm acting humane. Anyway. Pyrox, stop. You'll shatter your arm. What's a soldier compared to the life of the commander? That must be the knights. Hold on, we'll get you out of there. Pyrox, commander, are you okay? Peridot? Core? Where's Chalcedony? Some army dogs hauled him off to face the headman's axe. They're trying to lay all the blame for the conflict at his feet. He agreed to give up his own life so that we would be spared. Wait, I know that sound. Somebody used my soma. Do they plan to kill him with my soma? I won't allow it. There's still time. We have to hurry up and save him. The rest of you can escape through the sewers. The exit's sealed, but you should be able to get through from the inside. Don't worry, we'll help your winged friend get to safe and sound. Come on, Inez, let's catch up. Gracilar says, "Hear me, citizens of the Maximus Empire. The army has uncovered the truth behind this sudden infestation of Zerums. The cause lies with none other than the Valentine Church, who violate the spirias of men with their cursed soma. We also have witnesses claiming this creed, who threatens the world, is inexorably linked to the Church. The army can no longer tolerate this vile organization that seeks to overthrow the Empire. Accordingly, Chalcedony shall be executed for his attempt on the Empress' life, and his soma destroyed." That's Pyrox's soma. Think of it as a gesture of respect. There's no more fitting end for a Crystal Knight than death by soma. Behold, countrymen, these blighted soma. The insignia of the crystal criminal shall be no more. And with that, the Valentine Church falls into obscurity. Except, of course, for their last two remaining somas, yours and mine. And that number will be 1 the moment your soma evaporates with your corpse. Now the army reigns supreme. Any last words, traitor? Chalcedony says, "Though I may die here, my cause does not. There is another willing to carry on my fight. This knowledge liberates me from all fear, but it should terrify you, General. Go on, finish it." "What nonsense is this? Who is this person you speak of?" "He's the only man worthy of my respect, the one fit to carry this world's burden, and a far greater man than you. Though cursed at birth, he has overcome his star-crossed fate in fights to protect the world." A curse at birth. That description fits you well. If you were a different man, we might not have had to come to this. Chalcedony says, farewell, Empress." Oh my. Sorry for the wait. We really cut it close this time. Meteor, didn't you read my letter? You shouldn't be here. Core says, "You don't have to ask. I don't want to become a man who would use saving the world as an excuse to abandon his friend. You brazen fool, release me at once." "Yes, Commander." Gracilar says, "What's the meaning of this?" Chalcedony says, "Peridot, Pyrox. So it was you who goaded him into this gambit. What am I going to do with you?" "We should ask the same about you. How can you leave us like this?" "I'm afraid I agree with Peridot on that one, sir. Enough talk. Free me now. Only death awaits traitors who would disturb the Empire's peace. Now, be gone." Chalcedony! You disgrace Pyrox's soma with your debilitated spiria, Gracilar. It's as Sir Chalcedony says, in your hands, that soma might as well be a slingshot. Come, soldiers, they may be somatics, but we have greater numbers. Are you so sure about that? More Crystal Knights? You jest. They're no match for us without their somas. Somas or not, we leave no one behind. Fight on, men. These villains have committed crimes against the Empire, and they must face justice. Enough. We have no desire to spill more blood. Release the General, and we will leave. For once, we have the same idea. Stay your soma, Pyrox. You dare oppose my orders? You heard me. Attack. Straga needs you, Chasseldoni. As I mentioned before, I have business elsewhere. Defeating Creed, huh? So be it. We shall remain in Straga and seek to forge an alliance with the army, and will request your aid later. Peridot, Pyrox, watch over him. I'll stay at his side until my flame flickers and dies. Everything he just said. I know the army is out of the picture, but we still probably want to use the sewers as opposed to the front gate. No more shall we sulk about in the shadows. We journey to save the world. The front gate'll do. Is he a smooth talker or what? Passing through the gate is a rite of respect, acknowledging the sacrifices of our brave comrades to send us off. That's more my style anyway. Let's kick the front door wide open. I will thank you to address me with my proper name and title. Aw, come on. We're friends. I suppose. Comrades, hey, I like that. Let's get going, comrade. Your soma has a most sonorous tone, Core. The front gate awaits, none shall deny me, and my company admission. Anyways, we got Chasseldoni back. Aqua says, I heard you gave the army a good thrashing and saved your friend. Not bad. Ina says, in the know as always, Captain. Aqua says Marine Company has eyes and ears on every corner in the land. So are we headed for Marquis? Yeah, we have to go to Kohaku's in my hometown. Drawning. Never heard of it, says Aqua. It's a hidden village founded by followers of the old Valentine faith. Church would burn the place down if they knew about it. I wasn't aware that you followed the old faith, Hisui. We have long since treated your kind as heretics. Well, here's another fact for you. That soma you're slinging, Varheit, it was my mom's until the church took it. Though me and Kohaku were babies then, so it's not like we remember. Anyway, there's a special willstone in Drawning, and we're talking super strong. We use it to power a barrier. We should be able to Spiria link with our whole crew with Mysticite. That sounds about right, Lithia? Correct. Though Mythicite looms above the clouds, the Willstone will allow us to make a Spiria link across the distance. So Captain Aqua, once everybody's on board, let's get going. The land of snow. Ooh, look, it's a bunny snowman. Beryl says, I was born here too. It's weird to be back. There's a lot of ground to cover before we get to the village. We're heading southeast and over the mountain. Alrighty. Alrighty, I think this is a good place to stop. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.